Good morning, everybody. Happy March 1st. I'm here to go over the March Aardvark Book Club picks for March. And I know it's early, but they were on top of it this morning. I knew it was happening at 8 a.m. So here I am. I do have my code Talk Bookish that gets you your first book. Like if you've never signed up before and you want to sign up this month, it gets you your first book for only $4. I think I have all of that information linked in the description box for you. But yeah, I'm excited to see what they have. I have already gone over the book of the month picks. I did that on Thursday. So if you're interested, you can go check that out. But yeah, today we're here to do Aardvark Book Club. Good morning. You guys were ready. I love it. Good morning. Hello. Good morning. Good morning. All right. I have no idea what to expect. I opened it up and then I quickly closed my eyes. I was like, don't look, don't look. So yeah, so I'm excited. Not sure what to pick. Good morning. Good morning. Okay, let's see what they have. Oh, okay. This is interesting. Okay, so these are their picks. I don't know why I don't like how it used to come down here and scroll, but I feel like I did something weird while I was waiting. So these are the picks up here. Okay. Some I've seen, some I have not, but let's go through them. So we have 6 different books to choose from. We'll start with The Buffalo Hunter by Stephen Graham Jones. And it does have some content warnings down here at the very bottom. Let me make sure you can see that on the screen. Kind of. Let me take off this. There we go. Maybe I could go to the side. Okay, there we go. That gives that way you can see it a little bit better. Okay, so it is an early release horror historical fiction, includes a cat. It's 448 pages, and it does have these content warnings down here. So, I have sworn off this author, but I know they are a beloved author, but their writing just does not work for me, you know? But this is a chilling historical horror novel tracing the life of a vampire who haunts the fields of the Blackfeet Reservation looking for justice. And that's very interesting because in my ancestry, we do have Blackfeet blood in my DNA. So interesting, but I'm still not reading it. I'm sorry. I just cannot. A diary written in 1912 by a Lutheran pastor discovered within a wall. It unveils as a slow massacre, a chain of events that go back to 217 Blackfeet dead in the snow. Told in transcribed interviews. So very interesting premise, this one. And the cover is quite striking, if I'm being honest, but not an author that I have had very much luck with. So I personally will be skipping this one. Okay, next up, The Unworthy. Again, this one has content warnings, so we're going to go to that first. Down here at the bottom, I've highlighted them there. Torture, essay, death, animal death. Ooh, animal death. I wonder if it has it in the other one. I mean, I'm sure it does. Literary fiction, horror, translated, LGBTQIA+, only 192 pages. So if you're looking for some short literary fiction horror, here you go. And this is the same author of Tender as the Flesh. I have not read that one. But I have heard good things about it. It's a thrilling work of literary horror about a woman cloistered in a secretive, violent religious order while outside the world has fallen into chaos. A woman writes the story of her life in whatever she can find, discarded ink, dirt, and even her own blood. Wow. Oh, this is interesting. The world is plagued by catastrophes. Cities are submerged underwater. Electricity and the internet are non-existent. Very interesting. A dystopian tale about climate crisis. I'm literally going to be doing a podcast episode very soon about climate fiction books. So I'll have to keep this one on my radar. I'm not reading too much horror these days, but this one sounds quite interesting. So maybe. Okay, let's see what's next. The Strange Case of Jane O by Karen Thomas Walker. I feel like I know that name from somewhere. The Age of Miracles. No, it's not that book. I feel like it's another book, but okay. So this one is sci-fi, mystery, contemporary fiction. Cool. And it has a lot of colors on the cover. So I know Jessie is hosting that rainbow challenge in the month of March. So this might be good for that. In this spellbinding and provocative novel, a young mother is struck by sudden and puzzling psychological symptoms that illuminate the mysterious dimensions of the human mind and of love. A year after her child is born, Jane suffers a series of strange episodes: amnesia, premonitions, hallucinations, a sense of dread. 3 days after her first visit to a psychiatrist, she suddenly goes missing. And then later she's found unconscious in Brooklyn's Prospect Park. This sounds very interesting. It says, beautifully written novel is both a speculative mystery about memory, identity, and fate, and a mesmerizing literary puzzle about the bonds of love between mother and child, between a man and a woman, and among those we've lost, but who may still be among us. And it's only 288 pages. That is very interesting. Very interesting. Okay, next up, I clicked it. Is it not coming up now? Is it just gonna? Oh, it did come up. Okay, what am I talking about? Okay, so this is romance humor includes a dog. Oh, fun! I mean, obviously, there's a dog on the cover. So, and this is the same author of Evie Drake Starts Over and Flying Solo. Neither I have read, but a podcast producer agrees to host a new series about modern dating. And will the show jeopardize her chance at finding real love? Interesting. I'm also currently reading First Time Caller by 𝒂𝒏𝒂𝒔, and that is about a radio station that has a love channel or a love whatever show. So that's interesting that it's kind of, similar. Spice rating, 2 out of 5, closed door. So that's good. I like this cover too. Let's see. She loves to make podcasts. She's fiercely protects her colleagues, dearly adores her friends, and never misses dinner with her sister. But after a disastrous relationship with a colleague who stole her heart and her ideas, she's put romance love on hold. Okay. Oh, I have noticed they've put the taste the very first page. It kind of like blends in with the synopsis a little bit here. Maybe they should bold taste the very first page. Anyway, that one sounds cute. Okay, next up, Upon a Starlit Tide by Kel Woods. This is fantasy historical fiction, 432 pages. And then it does have the taste the very first page here. So May 1758. Okay. A dark and enchanting historical fantasy combining elements of The Little Mermaid and Cinderella into a original tale of love, power, and betrayal. Okay. I do not think that is a book for me, but it sounds very interesting and the cover is pretty. And then the last one, this is one that was on my most anticipated because it sounds amazing. But my friend Jules got this as an ARC and has been recently reading it. And she says it's very much like a clue, and then there were none, a whole bunch of people stranded, and then people are dying. And so there's a lot of characters. So I feel like if you don't like a lot of characters, you don't like clue, you don't like, and then there were none, that type of situation, this may not be a book for you, but like, don't let me steer you away from it. I'm just saying, check reviews and stuff like that. But debut novel thriller, 384 pages. They do have, let's see, taste the very first page right here. Okay, it says an exclusive thriller writers retreat hosted on a private island turns lethal when one of the authors is found murdered. Oh, she also said it was like the writing retreat that came out a couple of years ago. When renowned anonymous author J.R. Alistair hires former aspiring writer Mila to host a writing retreat at his private manor off the coast of Maine, she jumps at the chance, particularly since she has an axe to grind with one of the invitees. The guest list is 6 thriller authors, all masters of deceit, misdirection, and mayhem. Confess the crimes, survive the tropes. So a week of games, trope-fueled riddles, and maybe a jump scare or two. The perfect cover for Mila to plot a murder of her own. But when a guest turns up dead and it's not the murder she planned, she finds herself trapped in a different narrative altogether. One by one, you'll lose your turn. And I think they die like in trope-filled ways that like people are writing in their books or something like that. But I don't know. I'm like kind of intrigued. This month is hard. There's a lot that sound really, really good. So yeah, let me know what you're going to pick. I'm definitely going to have to think about it because there's some good ones this month. Not that many I've heard of, but good ones. Good morning, Jen. Yeah, I wanted The Unworthy, but it's only like 190 pages. So I don't feel like I want to waste my credit on such a short book. Yeah, I get that. You're like, give me something juicy. Good morning, Crystal. You're so silly. Good morning. Kind of interested in Karen Thomas Walker book. It sounds really intriguing. Hello, chose The Strange Case of Jane O. And back after this. I believe I have a NetGalley arc of Back After This. It sounds super cute. It does. I chose The Strange Case of Jane O. Back After This, and You Were Fatally Invited. This is kind of what I think my box is going to look like, Melanie, if we're being honest. I know. That's why I mentioned it, because I know you love thrillers, but I'm like, let me just tell her straight off it has those vibes. Back After This. Yay. Good morning, Michelle. The Unworthy and Jane O sound the most interesting to me, for sure. I haven't got her full thoughts because at first she was only listening to the audiobook and she was like, there's so many characters. I'm getting so confused. I was like, girl, get the book, open up the book and start over. And she seemed to have been like liking it more, but I didn't have her full thoughts. So I don't know. We'll have to ask her in Discord if she's liking it or if she liked it or whatever. Or we could check her Goodreads if she's rated it. Yeah, it does sound like that. I love the Hunger Games. I'm skipping this month. I DNF'd You Were Fatally Invited. and don't read much horror, but I got like 3 book of the month books. Not usually what happens. Yeah, I understand that. That's good. Like we got to have our balance somewhere, you know? Yeah. Okay. I didn't like the writing resort. Probably going to skip You Were Invited. Yeah. The writing retreat, I think it was called. Let me see if I can find it. I think that's what it's called. Yeah, by Julia Bartz. The Writing Retreat by Julia Bartz. Okay. I will probably get back after this. Well, yay. What seems like most people are interested in several books. I think this one seems like the most popular just from the comments that I went through. But yeah, thank you guys for tuning in. Let me know what you end up choosing. And they don't really like do like add-ons or anything. You can add on books, but it's like from their previous books or other books that they're doing in the month. So yeah, that's all for this video. So I hope everybody has a great day, a great March. And if you're watching this back after the fact, just go ahead and leave a comment and let me know what book you ended up selecting or adding to your box. That makes sense. All right, everybody have a great day. Bye.